Hello, my name is Justin Sharkey, and I work for a winery that's owned by a real estate investment corporation. The Real Estate Investment Corp has built a distribution and import arm of their business here in the United States called Margaret River Imports. I am kind of the only employee in that silo, that wine silo, and use uh, Outlook as my CRM. So in this presentation, I am going to review a couple of customer relation management systems and then make some recommendations on how Sentinel Real Estate can improve the CRM for Margaret River imports. So I currently use Microsoft Outlook, as I mentioned. I use it for email, contact lists, calendar. Really, what I do is I filter my emails by who I sent them to. So they're all organized by contact at that point, not by date, and they're organized alphabetically. And I scroll through all of them and see who I need to follow up with, and who I haven't, who and I can just kind of delete, and all of that customer relation management that I do is basically kind of pieced together by using Outlook. The current issues is that it's not designed to be a CRM. It's not proactive and very time consuming. And as I mentioned, it's not easily organized. So I looked at a couple of CRMs, and first stop is Salesforce because they're arguably one of the best in the business. Salesforce has this incredible use of artificial intelligence. They call it Einstein, and it will compile all correspondence and links it to an account. It kind of has this automated organization, identifies risks in the pipeline, can build accurate forecasts based on previous sales data as you move forward, and it can automate the process of sending a quote out, receiving an order, and sending out an invoice. It does come at a cost, which is about $25 per month. The real estate corporation does not look at Margaret River Imports as a very large or high priority. So we're looking to do this as efficiently as possible, and while it's still being effective. Uh, so that will kind of guarantee us executive buy-in. So I also looked at HubSpot, which was recommended to me by an incredibly intelligent professor. Um, the HubSpot you can use for free, and it has a variety of tools that would be sufficient for the amount of sales and marketing that I do and how I would use a CRM. So you can have the sales activity tracking, budgeting. Your contacts can be assigned to different agents, automatic updates on your calendar, and as I mentioned, it is free. So both applications would be successful if implemented. Salesforce is what it looked like as a superior application. The resources that are needed are approximately $300 a year, plus the IT, uh, internal IT at the Real Estate Corp, and training. HubSpot I find to be a sufficient CRM for Mark River Imports. It'll be effective at gaining efficiencies, increase output, and again, it's free. So resources needed and schedule. I would need a member of IT to help me export everything from Outlook, from the contacts, customize the dashboard, kind of train me up on it, and that would probably take 2 to 3 weeks. So not a big time drain or financial burden, really very low risk. Um, the potential benefits, I would be better organized. The organization, Margaret River Imports, would be better organized. It would increase sales. It would be more efficient, which, if it increases sales and efficiency, then we're looking at increased revenue, and it all comes, as I mentioned, at a minimal risk. The impact to the organization. So administrative wise, it's going to reduce data entry and like repetitive entries or redundant entries, because the things, once they're set in place, will be automated, which is great. I'll allocate more time to sales personnel, including myself. So I think that I would firstly be the most affected, and then it's the administration, and then also management and the CFO, who I report to quarterly. They want me to do a weekly report, kind of a progress report, to keep track of what's happening, what's the pipeline, things that have been successful or not, and using the system. They could take a bird's eye view of my progress at any time they'd like. I could still do quarterly reports, but not necessarily have to spend the time to do a weekly report. And then at the end of the quarter, you end up with better information, better insight, and a faster delivery time on the reports. So those are my recommendations on why we should use HubSpot at Margaret River Imports. Thank you very much for watching.